Welcome back to the AutoNsider. This week, we're reviewing this 2026 GMC Sierra AT4 with the extended range battery.
Now, I know an electric pickup truck is not the first thing that comes to mind for those of you who work in the trades looking for your replacement pickup truck. But bear with me for a few minutes here. I'm going to point out a few reasons why this AT4 from GMC just may be just what you need for your replacement pickup truck.
I've spent a week in this truck, and I'm going to explore all the things that I really like about it. And the number one thing is, it doesn't look like an EV. No futuristic shapes, nothing that makes it look odd in the parking deck. That is, if you can fit it in there. I'm going to give you my unbiased opinion about this truck, the things I like and the things I don't. Well, let's get started. The Sierra EV AT4 is available with 800-volt fast charging at up to 350 kilowatts. GMC says you can add about 100 miles of range in around 10 minutes. And that Energy Transfer Pro gives you 10.2 kilowatts of off-board power, which is helpful for tools or generators on site. Now, where this AT4 really shines is here in my rock pit. It has 2 inches of additional ground clearance, standard 4-wheel steer with crab walk, and a lifted coil suspension riding on 35-inch all-terrain tires. The terrain mode works with one pedal driving and automatic braking to give precise control. This truck handled everything in my rock pit that a traditional work truck could see daily. Now to another issue I had with this AT4, but that's just on me, not on the truck. It was the height. When I got to my parking deck at work, that little well antenna on the top was just a little bit too high to clear that parking deck. Let's just say I held up traffic as I backed back out of the entrance to my parking deck. And that really sucked because there's a charger in there that I could have that up close parking space. And now I had to pay about $6 a day to park on the street. Now there are other benefits to this being an EV. That front trunk, I used it multiple times on my Costco runs when I wanted to keep things out of the cabin, but I didn't want them in that dirty bed. I was able to put them there, keep them in place, and clean until I got home. I did run into a few technical glitches when I was trying to use the Waze through this Google-based infotainment system. Many times, the icon that indicated where I was didn't line up with the map. I didn't know if it was me or the truck, so I used my cell phone Waze app to see if it was having those same issues, and it wasn't. I really hope GM comes back with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We were so used to it. Now this center stack, it looks great. It's modern and it's large. In fact, I got a lot of compliments from people about how cool this looks in this pickup. I could take it or leave it because I still prefer physical controls. There is a volume control here, but no way to tune the radio station without going through all these different haptics in the screen. Now the interior, it's upscale and comfortable. There's good space for a small family. And this panoramic glass roof, even on sunny days, never overheated the cabin. The physical climate controls are a plus. I hope to see more of that across the segment. One of the cool functions I do like about this Sierra is the Multi-Pro midgate. It's an expandable bed system that stretches the usable cargo length to nearly 11 feet. It's a great idea and it provides many functional uses. My only hesitation is that the amount of work required to remove that panel and the rear glass is not really quick or easy. It's helpful the few times that you might really need it, but I'm not convinced that most owners will use it on a regular basis. Now, GM estimates the range of 478 miles on the Sierra AT with the extended range battery. Now, for me, when I think about the Ford Lightning, the R1T from Rivian, and that Tesla Cybertruck, that's way more range than any of those. And I see this as more of a practical work truck, hauling, towing, and visiting those work sites that can be a little bit more treacherous, like my rock pit. Now, for long road trips, that range is more of a comfort feature than a requirement. But for city fleets, farming operations, and construction companies that typically use a half-ton pickup truck for your lighter daily loads, that range can be extremely useful. Many tailgates make it difficult for you to reach things in the bed of the truck because this is typically what your view is. This is typically your reach. makes it more difficult. Just having the ability to fold this down gives me a little more access to the bed of the truck.
On my first run in the rock pit, there was a little concern about the battery being damaged when the underbody scraped these rocks. But I was reminded that there is a cover there and they're completely protected. Now this four-wheel steer really comes in handy in tight spaces, especially with a truck of this length.
That's all the time we have this week on the AutoNsider. But if you watched this far, take a moment to like and subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss our reviews each week as they come out. Now, my final impression of this AT4 Sierra from GMC, this is every bit the truck of your half-ton pickup that you're driving now. It has 460 miles of range. It has a front that you can use for family vacation. It has a covered bed to keep your tools safe. There's an onboard generator that can power your tools on your work site. And when you get inside, there's enough luxury in here to make you forget you're riding in a pickup truck. So if a full-size pickup is on your radar for your next work or leisure vehicle, if you don't at least consider an EV from GMC, maybe you're just a hater.